Namaste yogis, welcome to the Yoga Pantry with me, Natasha. Today we're going to do another hands-free session. A lot of people end up with injured wrists or sore arms and things going on in their bodies, and it's really hard to get a good satisfying practice when you can't use your hands, especially in yoga. All those down dogs, all of those things. So we are still going to use our arms, but no hands. So join me for this awesome and challenging for the brain practice. Alright, let us begin by sitting onto our heels with our toes tucked under. I know that's an intense way to begin, and you can always come up a little higher if you need to and settle down a little bit more. We're just going to do some breathing, gathering in some chi. Inhale, take the breath up. Exhale, draw that down. 2 more of those. Inhale. Exhale. Finding our center. 1 more. And draw that down. So no weight bearing on the hands. Inhale, take the hands up. Take the arms up. Reach it up. And then exhale, release down. Now that's probably intense on your feet already, so just pad them out a little. And then drop down. Inhale, take those hands up. And then draw down through your shoulder, extending up through one side. Inhale up. And draw down through the other side. Inhale up. And up. And release. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, breathe the hands up. Exhale, elbows to the ground. And we can just keep our hands palm up so that we're not tempted to put them down onto the ground. Elbows are taking the weight here. Just rock a little bit forward and back. And then walk those elbows forward. Dropping forearms to the ground, knees underneath the hips. Round. Exhale. Inhale. If you want, you can put hands to the side, arms to the side, so palms face in. And draw those elbows back to the body. Breathing in. Exhale, round. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Inhale up. Back to center. And bringing your left leg slightly in more so that you can reach out through the back right leg and press into the heels. Stretch it out. Stretch out that calf muscle. And then as you release forward, lift the leg. And we're going to do a little circle. Working some strength in our glutes. Point the foot. Back the other way. And then lift that leg up. Exhale, round it into the nose. Inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale into the nose. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Now the weight on the arms is kind of from mid-forearm to elbow. Make sure your shoulders are comfortable though. 1 more. Extend that out. That's going to work your gluteal muscle on the left side. So let's swap sides now. First of all, let's just release the weight from the shoulders for a moment. Toes are tucked. Rock out side to side. And then back to that little weird tabletop that we've got. Extend. Left leg out. And roll. Little circle. One direction. And then the other direction. And by reaching it out, oh, I know we forgot to drop the foot down and press back into that heel. Yes, that's a lovely stretch for the calf muscle. And then release, taking the leg up. Let's point that foot up and exhale. Bring it in. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Try and keep your weight even through those shoulders. And last one. And release. Oh, child's pose. Bend the elbows. If the hands are comfortable to come together, you can touch the fingertips together. Draw the shoulders down the back. Release. Roll up, round, and roll those shoulders out at the top. Beautiful. Roll back the other way. Come up to the shins and step your right foot forward. Creep it forward so that as you start to go into your lunge, and if the back knee needs support, place a cushion or a blanket underneath it, and you can tuck that back foot and then drop a little lower. Make sure that this front knee is pointing over that front foot and it is stacked either slightly behind the ankle or right over the ankle, but not over the foot. Draw back through your right hip crease, draw in through the belly button just a smidge so that we are supporting our lower back a whole bunch. And you can just rest, dangle, rest this arm. And if it feels okay, stretch up through the left side. Feel that lovely stretch. Breathe into it. Keep the belly gently drawn in though, so your lower back is supported and your core is working. And then lengthen the body, reach over towards the right side, really getting into our IT band, TFL. And then gently release. Bring those arms up. And then exhale, circle down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Rotate the other way. Inhale up. So we don't want our arms to be completely idle, do we? We want to keep that musculature working. And then release. Now the tricky part is coming out of it. Press, squeeze the glutes in, press back. Ooh, release. And rock out the hips. Step your left foot forward, creep the foot forward. Find your alignment here as you start to sink into it. Now you can tuck that back foot for comfort, or you can keep it flat, whichever feels good for you. Breathe into it. Draw back through your left hip crease. Now, if you are just super tight, it's totally fine being here. But just put a little support underneath that knee if it feels a little bit too tough on the floor, especially if you're on a wooden floor. Draw back through that right hip crease. We can rest left hand onto the knee. Draw back through the left hip crease. Reach out through the right side. Lengthen, draw the belly in ever so slightly. It's like a little hug, a little cradle. Breathe in, and if it feels good, open the heart to the sky. Come back to center and reach up and over towards the left side. Keep the hips centered, keep the belly gently hugging in towards your spine. And now back to center and release. Now, the tricky part, squeeze those glutes in, press through that front leg, draw in through the core to get back up without using your hands. Drop down, mosquito, and then tuck the toes for a moment. See how that feels? Mosquito. And if you're comfortable, come up to standing. Otherwise, come up the best way that works for you. Let's walk to the top of our mat. And inhale, sweep those hands up. Press through the feet, lengthen through the body, reach up and over towards the right side. Send your hips towards the left, soften the knees, and keep the weight even in the feet. And inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Keep the knees just, it's a micro bend, so you're not locking out those knees. Inhale up. Exhale, come down. And hang. Feet hip width or together, whichever feels good for you. Hang it out. If you're comfortable holding onto your elbows, you can totally do that. Otherwise, just monkey arm it down to the ground. Shake out the head and neck, yes and no. If you do have any eye, like glaucoma or heart conditions, high blood pressure, then you actually want to make sure you're keeping your head above your heart for most of the time, especially when we're doing long holds. You don't want to aggravate any of those conditions. Breathe into it. Let the tailbone continue to rise skyward as the crown of the head draws itself even more to the floor. The weight is even in the feet, across the balls of the feet, into the heels, and maybe start to bring it even more into the balls of the feet as you lengthen your tailbone to the sky. Lengthen your torso to the ground. Feel that delicious stretch. Yum, yum, yum. Breathe. Feel that inhale rising your body slightly, and the exhale letting you sink down a little lower. Press through the feet, draw your belly button in, and gently roll up like a rag doll. Chin tucks. Head comes up last. Extend your arms to the ceiling. And exhale, you can bring fingertips together if that feels good. Come down the center line of your body. Well, that feels awesome. Let's step our right foot all the way back into a warrior one if you like, or a high lunge. There's a difference between the two. Right now, I'm in a warrior one. My heel is down and my big toe points up to the top corner of my mat. If I wanted to go into a high lunge, I would just lift the heel and turn all of my toes forward to the top. Either or, whichever feels good for you. Now let's keep the belly drawn in. You can bend the knees slightly to lengthen out the body. That might be a little harder in a warrior one. That's definitely much easier in a high lunge. Try and keep the center of the body nice and aligned. Breathe. Let the arms just melt down the body. Keep the rib cage in. We're going to work some lower body strength here. Hold. Reach into the back heel. Keep the weight distributed evenly through the feet so you can really feel the front leg trying to draw itself back into center. The back leg reaching out through that heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's sweep our arms up. And turn the palms forward and exhale. Draw the elbows down as you open the heart. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale up, press through that back heel, start to shift the weight even more into the back leg. Reach those arms back, coming into our lovely arrowhead pose. Lengthen out, so we got this lovely, beautiful line from the heel all the way up to the crown. Breathe into it. You could go lower if you want, but you're going to work good booty if you stay a little higher here. Hold 5. Hips are centered, belly's gently held in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then soften, rise up. Now I'm going to challenge you a little bit here and come forward. We're going to turn that back foot. We're going to lift the back heel. Unless it's already lifted, then you're good to go. Bring the foot in slightly and come up into a little warrior 3. Now you can start with an easy warrior 3. This is an easy warrior 3 right here. So you're not, as soon as I look at the camera, I fall over. You're not completely horizontal to the ground. You could stay here. It's working strength. If you're feeling nice and focused, you've got a nice drishti focal point in front of you. And you can start to make a little bit more effort to come horizontal. My left leg, my glute is on fire, but that's what we want. We want that glute to work for us. And then release. Woo. Shake that out. Step your left foot back into your high lunge or your warrior one. Draw back through your right hip crease. Keep that belly button drawn in slightly. Breathe into it. Let the ribs sit into the body comfortably. They're not popping out. They're gently sitting in. The belly is contained. You reach back through that back heel. Draw back through your right hip crease. Breathe into it. Hold. Maybe sink a little deeper. Arms are nice and relaxed. Head nice and relaxed. Upper body nice and relaxed. Let's bring them in now. Inhale, take the hands up. Draw the elbows back. Exhale, open the heart to the sky. Spread those feet apart. Find your balance. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Whew. Keep that balance. Reach into that back leg a little bit more. Actually, let's just hang in a warrior one for a moment. Check belly, check hips, check ribs, and then reach into your arrowhead pose. Start to really shift the weight into the back leg. Front leg's already going to be taking weight, so we want to distribute it evenly through the body. Look for this lovely line. Hold. And you're hugging your inner thighs into center from all points of the compass. It's gentle. When I say all of these hugging things in, it's very gentle and subtle. Energetically, we're doing far more than physically. Breathe. Hello, gluteal muscle. How you doing? All right. And then gently release for a moment. Now you're ready. Step that back foot in slightly. Maybe turn it in. Press up to the right leg. And find your warrior three. Maybe it's an easy warrior three, so you don't want to fall over and land on your hands, right? And that is not the goal today. So be kind to yourself. It's good to challenge yourself, but make sure the challenge is coming from a place of knowledge rather than ego. Reach back into the back leg. Hold. My glute is on fire. And then press it up. And release. Shake it out. Awesome. Let's do a little flow. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale nice and slowly. Monkey arms. Bend your right leg. Let the left leg stretch out. You can always hold the elbows if you don't want the wrists dropping on the floor. If you are more flexible and they are on the floor, straighten. Left leg, bend. Right leg. Feel that glute stretch. Oh, wow. And one more on each side. Gently walking out those legs. Try not to lock the straight leg. Back to center, knees bent, press through the feet, ragdoll up, inhale arms. Exhale over to the side. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale up. Soften the knees, come into what we like to call a little wide-legged chair. So I readjusted my feet so that they would be hip width apart, and I'm going to slide my hips back and my knees back, lift my chest slightly, bring my arms up. You can just take your arms as far as you want to, or you can keep them by your side wherever you need to. Breathe into it here. Now bring your awareness to your breathing and send that breath down into your feet, into the earth. A few feet into the earth. Let it rebound up into your body. And then press up. Inhale. Awesome. And exhale, hands down. Step your right foot out. Warrior two. Now you want either arch to heel or heel to heel. Depends on your body. Turn your left foot in slightly so it's not turned out. Bend that front knee. Draw back through the rib cage slightly so the body is centered. Just widen out my legs a little. You can extend your arms if you want. Let's turn the palms to the sky. Let those shoulders drop down the body. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse the warrior. Just let the arms drape. Breathe into it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warrior 2. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the hands up. Turn that front foot in. I just need to toe heel in a little bit more though. Too wide for this position. And then turn your back foot out. Bend into that front knee. Roll back through the back rib cage. Turn the palms up to the sky. Rest into it here. 5, 4. Spiral up through this inner thigh. We want our knee to track over the foot. We don't want it to drop in at any time. And if it's dropping in, it's because you've relaxed the inner thigh muscle. So work that inner thigh muscle here. And work this back rib cage. The belly is held in, the tail is long to the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll straighten it just for a moment because I'm a bit weaker on this side. Extend into your extended side angle. You can always adjust to go with how your body is feeling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warrior 2. Oh, I got the shakes in my right leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up. Bring that back foot in. Pigeon toe the feet slightly. And exhale. Reach those hands behind you like little wings. Da 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 da. And draw the heart up towards the spine. The ribs up towards the back body. Lengthen out through the tail to the crown. 5, 4. We're just halfway. We're not going all the way. We're not going crazy. 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Turn the feet out. Boom, 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 boom. Goddess pose. Tail to the ground. We are working strength in our legs. Hold. 5, 4, 3. Draw those arms back, but keep the ribs in. 2, and the belly in. 1. Inhale up. And exhale. Let the arms open with you. Oh, inhale up. And exhale. Might not be able to use your wrists and your hands, but boy, we're going to get some strong legs, some good looking booty. And inhale up. And goddess. Hold. 5. Readjust the body so it's all centered. Nothing's popping out. No gorilla butts here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Turn that back foot in. Turn the front foot forward. And then step the back foot in so that there's, there's like a meter or less between your feet. Heel to heel alignment now. Square your hips up. Pyramid pose without our arms. Open the heart. Draw up through the inner thigh line so that we are working these inner thigh muscles here. And then draw back through that right hip crease. Now you might just need to stay a little bit higher. You might need to bend the knee a smidge. If you're comfortable coming down, let the arms just drape. Wherever you want them to be, they could be behind you. You could rest them on your back. Maybe just holding onto your elbows if you want. Breathe into it. Ooh, my legs need a good stretch out there. Just shaking all over the show. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release the hands down. Press through the feet. Roll up. Wah. And we shall turn to the other side for a little pyramid on the other side. Square your hips. Lengthen out the body. Soften the knee a little as you come forward. Now you can rest the hands on the back if you want, or just let them drop down. Find whatever feels good for them here. Into your pyramid pose. Hi. 5, 4, 3, find your balance. Stay centered, stay grounded, stay connected to your body. 2, 1, soften. Rise up, inhale. Turn to the front of the mat, step up, shake it all out. Awesome. How strong does your lower body feel right now? Inhale, soup it up. Exhale, hinge and reach into like a little skiing chair and up into our chair, hugging your inner thighs into center, weight into the heels, sliding your hips back like you're trying to sit on a chair that's just a little bit out of reach. Keep the ribs in and release. Press up, shake it out. And if it feels okay for you to do this little dynamic spinal twist, go ahead. Let the arms fling around. If having the arms flinging around is no good for your hands or your wrists, just bring them up and rotate this way. You can fling arms high. You can fling arms low. And soften that out. Let's come down to the ground. Hallelujah. And if you can squat down like that, that's awesome. Let's rise up again. Really good for the feet. Squatting down, rise up. If you can't do it, it's all good. Just come down and have a seat. And let's work some core. Yay! So we're going to do a little rocking and rolling. You got to use the strength of your core. Keep your head a little bit tucked. You can cross the ankles if you want. Sometimes that's fun, sometimes not so much. And now we're going to find a little balance point. Da-da-ha. Lift the heart to the sky. Lengthen out through the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck it in. And if you're stronger, extend the legs out. Open the heart. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck it in. And up again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck it in. This time, if you're super strong, up to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Ha! 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 Hoo! Cross those legs. Awesome. So now let's stretch out our glutes. Crossing your shins at the center. Ankles and knees in line. Walk those sitting bones back. Maybe lift the hips onto something if you need to. And if you're like actually super comfortable, because your hips externally rotate quite comfortably, you can come into a full fire log. My hips internally rotate more than they externally rotate, so this takes me a while to get my knee down to the ground. Usually I do it in a yin class. So each to their own, and if none of this works for you, easy cross-legged. It's all good. There's something for everyone in yoga. Inhale. And exhale, you can start to lean forward with every exhalation. You can lean onto those knees. If it feels okay, you can walk down towards the ground. Every breath taking you a little lower, bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit, until you find the space that you want to rest in and breathe. Now if you're super flexy and this is not a challenge for you, then maybe walk towards that foot that's in the front there. So we're walking towards the right foot, but towards the left side of the mat. And if you like, you can vary this up a little bit by coming over to the side. Only if you like. You could rest down onto your forearm again if you're comfortable with that. Feels good. And then gently release. We're going to twist towards the right side. You can rest the forearm on the knee, reach back through the fingers, or just tuck the arm behind you. And then release out. Release those legs. A shake, a shake, a shake, a shake, 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 and then cross them the other way. Left over the top or out in front. And readjust the hips if you need to. Sitting up nice and tall. Now some of us, this is already a challenge and this is just where we stay. And that's all good. Because our bodies are uniquely, awesomely ours. And we must love and embrace them as they are. And then they will reward us with lots of surprises and magic because they are far more capable than we give them credit for. Inhale, lengthen. And you can exhale, slowly coming to a comfortable position, wherever that may be for you. And of course, if you want more, over to the right side you go. Check out your toes. Kiss your knee. It's great to have good, healthy knees. Thanks, knees. Love you. And of course, if you want to have the little stretch to the side, you're welcome to. And inhale, rise up. Gentle twist to the other side. Gently release. Onto our backs. Choop, choop, choop. Lying down. Nice little dynamic bridge. Inhale, lifting up. Pressing through the feet. Feet are hip width apart the whole way through. Spiral those inner thighs down. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Exhale. Gently release. Allowing your chin and your chest to meet in these dynamic ones here. One more. And release that out. Let's walk our feet to the edge, drop the knees into center. Now, the feet, just as long as they're wider than hip width, they don't have to be super wide. You want to let the knees support themselves on each other. Feel the natural curves of your spine. Allow that breath to flow freely, comfortably through your body. So widen out the knees, drop the legs. I'm in a good spot on my mat. Drop the legs to the right. Extend your arms out, and if it feels okay, place your right foot on top of your left knee. Release the shoulders, let them readjust to where they need to go. And if you want, you can bring the left arm by your left ear, and maybe even reach up through the left hip bone a little more for a big stretch down the IT band. Hello. Gently release out, bringing those knees up. And then we can drop the knees to the other side, keeping the feet wide, remember, so the feet are wide. Drop the knees down. You can always readjust the legs, but keep them wide. And then if the knee is comfortable on the right side, left foot can come on top. You can always pick up the shoulders, readjust. Right arm by the right ear if you want. Pressing up into the right hip if you want. Your asana is always uniquely yours. Asana means pose or seat. And it doesn't matter what everyone else says. What matters is how it feels in your body. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right. If it feels painful, it's not right. If it's just challenging because you're tight and stiff, then that's different. And the more you listen to your body, the more you get to know your body, then the more you'll be able to gauge what actually does feel right and what is right, and you will deepen your practice so much more. And let's release the legs and the arms. Wow, bring those legs back up. Drop them in for another few breaths. And from here you have a choice, either walking the soles of the feet together, dropping the knees out into a reclined butterfly. Some people love that. I feel like I've had enough hip opening today. So you can choose to stay here in your active restorative pose, or slide those legs down, wider than the hips, arms out from your side. Shavasana. Corpse pose. Let your whole body melt into the earth. Shavasana gives you time to start to integrate all of the therapeutic and energetic benefits of the poses. It's not all about working our body for strength and flexibility, but it's also working the energy in our bodies, unblocking, unsticking the energy, and if anything, that is a far more powerful practice. So as you connect your breath to your body, your mind to your breath and your movements, then you start to connect into those energy flows. Now you can stay here as long as you like. I just kind of zoned off into my own bliss, but I know that you have things to do, so if and when you're ready, you can roll over to your side, rest on your side for a few more moments, and then use your arms, not your hands, to rise up. Thank you so much for joining me. It is always a pleasure. I love teaching these classes, and I love that you join me, so bring all your friends. See you again next time. Namaste.